lights go down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The playoff chase is very much on as the season winds down, and wouldn't this fella love to make a big play or two down the field to possibly bring them one step closer to the postseason? It's the Colts going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you...
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Detroit! 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 All right, here we go. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that,
the Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got time. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He'll look to throw, and he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, is complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Go with the ground attack here. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver, 27 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They'll drop the throw, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's real.
The Colts send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of...
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Back there, Philly. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Green, 39.
And they'll go on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver, 60 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that I always...
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. the Texans' hands team recovers. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before you get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage. Okay.
Yeah, in this case.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, he shifts past him. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Time for a break. This one... So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there. Defense. A lot of score.